Dale.
Hi.
Where are we today?
So we're at Cobra today. So we're dropping off the interior for the Mercedes. So it's a pretty big day, pretty big deal. We're going to look at some leather samples as well, pick the right colours we want, stuff like that.
Take a seat, Tom. It's about to get...
Cobra.
Go. Oh yeah.
I don't care that you brought Chris. I am not going on the video.
Oh, it's too late.
Always on.
You're already on.
Do you want it glowing?
How are you doing?
You right?
Yeah, can you pixel me out? You're cold with a red nose. It's not funny. Give it a rest. Honestly. A couple of apprentices, then where do... Stop filming.
Yeah, I put it back there.
Oh, there we go.
There we go, and that's the centres.
That was from a green cow.
Yeah.
Let's get that
That's
out. Let's have a
lush,
look
isn't
at
it?
that is. Yeah,
They get a bit tight like this.
Leather's lovely. It's a really natural product, and you know you can trim a seat and have all sorts of little creases in it and stuff from where you've been putting it. You can put it out the sun for an hour and it just looks beautiful. It's just it's a really lovely natural product, and it will absorb moisture. It'll release moisture. You can do a hairdryer and a damp towel.
That really can change the scope.
Yeah, you can change the shape and the feel of it. It's all very. It sounds all very temporary, but it eventually takes its own form.
Yeah.
It's like you take a leather cover off the seat over a long time, and it's actually taken that form.
What do you think, Dale? I mean, you've already seen it once, haven't you?
Yeah, so we came without you.
Yeah, and I told you not to.
Yeah, there was a little telling off from you.
That little.
Because me and Phil came a bit stealthily to have a look at some, but we didn't think it would go this far. Typically with these guys, you come for a chat and you end up ordering a lot of leather. So
what's this part of the leather going on?
this is going to be the centre of the seats.
Okay.
And then for the sides and the backs and the trim areas, got the smoother. So it's forest green.
Yeah, if I remember rightly.
Yeah.
It's a lot darker than it looked in the pictures you showed me.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I think it'll work so nicely with the colour.
It's going to end up being a gentleman's club inside the van.
Your pipe and slippers, smoking jacket. Smoking jacket.
No,
sorry,
it is allowed.
smoking jacket.
Only Mormons.
Know your place.
So
Colour stitching, we're going tonal stitching, everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the centre of the seat, centre of the door card is going to be that.
That's right. Yeah.
With
To break it
black.
up. Yeah.
Because we're going to trim
the top areas and door tops. Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Lovely.
Oh, one headache that you don't have to deal with anymore.
Yeah.
You know, we had the pockets on the door cards.
Yeah.
Sling them.
Brilliant.
Because we're putting speakers, getting some JVC speakers in there and stuff. Yeah.
This is a production line for the commercial vehicle. So what we're welding here is a patented frame system for the floor of a commercial vehicle, and it stiffens up the entire... No, you can carry on, don't worry mate. What this does is carries the load for passenger seats that are pull tested to M1 safety standards.
Wow.
So we convert a Movano into an actual passenger vehicle. CNC bender, and this bends all the weird and wonderful shapes, mainly for all the historic seats and the traditional tube stuff. Again, it's teach programmable from the screen. The funny thing is I don't know how it works, but my apprentices, they can build anything very, very quickly. Probably all. It's a lovely... This area here was going to be my photography office.
Yeah.
Didn't happen.
Didn't happen.
We will get round to it, but...
And everything you make for Cobra's here.
Yeah, everything. Yeah, and we don't buy anything in from abroad as well. We are, everything is British manufactured. All of our raw materials as well, we try and source at least within the EU. We don't buy anything from the Far East. And all our GRP's made in our Birmingham facility. Everything is cut and shot and welded here and fabricated. We did used to mould our own foam many years ago, but that was a bit of a nightmare. The machine's now in a company in Bedford who've been our suppliers for the last 20 years. All of our foam comes from UK stocks, UK manufacturers. Some of our fabrics come in from overseas because there are, of course, things like Alcantara comes from Italy, but the leathers are all sourced with British companies, and a lot of our fabric it gets laminated here in the UK, and it all comes through UK stockists. So we're doing our bit. So in terms of UK work, up here we've got things like these are little cushions for a garden furniture manufacturer. Right. This is the military part. So at the moment we're doing insulation. Actually, that bit. This is a Kevlar our Nomex fabric with a Hypalon coating that the military use. It's Kevlar mixed with Nomex in the warp and weft, coated with Hypalon, which makes it almost virtually impossible to destruct. And the Hypalon is incredibly resistant to fire. So these are the seats inside a Warrior tank. They'll be traditionally what they get used for, but all sorts of other. Funnily enough, the fabric was developed in the 70s. It's that old, but it is a brilliant, an amazing thing. It's incredibly expensive. We have to be very careful how and you get through a lot of scissors cutting it, don't you?
Yes.
Because the Kevlar is so tough.
Yeah.
This is glass fibre coated in neoprene, and then it's wrapped around a glass fibre backed fabric.
Yeah.
And inside there you've got Pyroflex, a very special foam that's used on things like the London Underground, because when it burns it doesn't give off noxious fumes. And that becomes an insulation pad for inside the Warrior tank. But everything is still handmade. It takes, there's some real man hours in producing all the kits. You can see them all behind you in park. Then we're into the specialist trim bit. So Robin and Rafa do all the custom work. So you can see there he's got a couple. Oh wow! This is actually a rework for a young lady that's sponsored by Kenwood, and her seats were sort of 10 years old. And when we took everything apart, some of the lamination on the back cracked. So we're reworking them, and we've upgraded it to carbon. But we've still got all her original foams and everything, and she's decided on a completely new colour scheme.
That's awesome.
The race seats come through there, and all of the steel seats come through there. We've got. You can't see, unfortunately, here now because we've had to block that off for fire purposes. That's our foam storage. But they used to be on the roof, actual bits of moulded foam where me and my father used to. We would work with tools for people like Triumph Motorcycles. Brought us a homemade GRP tool. Yeah. And said, "Can you run that for prototypes?" And we were here late one night, and I flicked the wrong decimal point, and a 7-second shot became a 70-second shot. And halfway through, we realised, hit the emergency stop. There was a major explosion, and we both had to have haircuts to get rid of all of the foam. There's a classic RS being built, so that's one that Gary's put together. That was what you saw being foamed up. You saw a classic RS being welded downstairs, which is the taller version of that seat. Right. So you can practically follow it through the production line. So the seat frames come up here, foamed up over there. We'll go round to the sewing in a minute and see how the covers are made, but everything culminates here where the trimmers actually put the stuff together. Again, still using all the same methods. The only thing my grandfather wouldn't have had was the J-clips that we clip on. Yeah. That's an accession to, some of the more modern ways of trimming, and it helps us get a nice, cleaner, more uniform pull. But yeah, a lot of it's still, there's a lot of skill involved in that. Over here we're doing garden furniture. Looks like Trivial Pursuit.
Oh yeah.
This is my kids and my dogs like sliding down. Ladies over here are sewing everything up. We've got all state-of-the-art Durkop Adler machines, which are the same ones that Aston Martin use in their trim shop. Beautiful machines, and these girls have all been with me absolute years. Wendy's actually worked for the company for 33 years now. All of the girls have been trained in-house because it's a dying art sewing. I've got another 3 machinists that work on part-time basis. Unbelievable. Yeah, it's a really unbelievable. There's some serious investment gone into this. So, hi Liz. Yeah, so these are houndstooth. I'm forgetting who these are for. Oh, that's it. Yeah, so these are going out to Japan. Yeah, you're right. So this is the Japanese container, and they've just started taking the Porsche houndstooth in all of the classic seats. So.
What? Just chuck them out, mate. You said you had an idea for these. What's your idea?
I don't know yet.
Or is it a secret?
I don't actually know.
Should we keep one thing a secret?
Go on then.
Go on then. Good job, Dale.
Very good job.
Very cool place. I had a great tour.
You had a great tour.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me and Tom have been on the tour, and it's a fantastic tour with Mark. He's a fantastic guide.
He's a fantastic guy.
He's a fantastic guy. And yeah, really happy with the leather. Got the plan in place. That's another box ticked. We seem to be just doing a lot of playthings with my car at the moment.
Yeah.
Solely because we're waiting on some panels to arrive. As soon as they come, we can crack on, getting those replaced and getting it to paint. Well, it's even more playtime because we get to put the colour on there.
Yes.
So, and then, so wheels are ordered, audio's ordered with JVC, interior's ordered, or booked to be done. And paint's picked. So we're in a good place, I think, Patrick.
Nice.
Really good place.
Thanks for today.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
Let's have a quiet, chilled drive back.
Nope.
Hi again. Welcome back. Simply lovely. Dale! I'm your biggest fan. Can't do the same thing we did last time because it wouldn't be funny, would it, Dale? No, it really wouldn't be funny. Chicky! I see you! You cheeky! Don't wait. Rose.
Kidding.
I got you, you cheeky! Hey,
Well done.
you need to just cool down. Let me sprinkle on some.
Too much? It's your fault. You gave me Monster and a donut.